What's going on, guys? It's Team Zusharks coming at you with another match video, this time featuring something a little different from all the ZTV matches you guys have been seeing.
Ooh, we got ZTV!
We're doing Altmile over here on the right versus the Shiranui over on the left.
Correct.
So Dan's going to be piloting Altmile. It's his deck that he doesn't use right now.
Yeah, I don't really use it very often. Right now my main deck is ZTV, but I used to play Altmile for like 2 years in a row. I'm a little rusty with it just because it's been so long, but...
And then it's our boy Bailey playing Shiranui.
Yeah, no comment.
No comment.
This is Bailey's favorite deck.
Yeah, totally.
He has so much experience using this
So
deck.
Bailey, you know the names of your cards?
Yeah, that's the creepy dude who looks like something out of Jigsaw. And that's your PG.
Alright.
And that's a heel trigger. Oh, yeah.
I don't think we're allowed to say those names. We're not Japanese.
You're right.
So I decided to stay on grade 1 here because I want to optimize out on getting first ride because it's, from what I understand with Shiranui, that's just kind of like what you need is first ride. That's kind of like the common point for like every deck in the game right now. But like decks that have non-PG outlets can probably beat it and like live like Dan's deck doesn't really have many non-PG outlets, so I want to make sure I end up striding first.
I was just saying earlier while we were recording, while we were playing this game too, that you need to make sure you stride first, and it'll give you more advantage. Like whoever strides first is good, because Dan can rush you down on his first stride, and you can rush Dan down on your first stride.
Exactly. For me, this is just really not a good matchup in general, just because I rely on having a full field and an
No
empty
card.
hand.
Yeah. Like literally, it's just like everything Shiranui wants is like, give me your rear guards, give me your hand, manja.
As you can see, we're both, well, so far I'm playing grade 2 chicken.
The game's pretty straightforward so far. Dan just got the crit, putting Bailey at 4. That's
Oof.
the most notable thing.
Oh, but I believe in the heart of the card, swinging at 14 when I'm at 4.
Bailey's still running a grade 2.
Hey, grade 2 chicken.
Yeah, we're gonna keep this going for a hot minute.
Do we
folks.
see the other grade
This
2?
is the true spirit of Vanguard on video right now.
Oh, this reminds me so much of Ripple format.
Good times.
So Bailey actually perfect guarding that attack.
I'm pretty sure it's because I have a bunch of grade 3s in my hand, and I was just like, well, I'm just gonna keep going.
And he doesn't ride again.
How much longer will this madness
The
go on
Sabrina.
for?
Oh, he guards for 1 to pass. And he gets the
Oh, and he
critical
gets the
trigger!
critical. Evening out the playing field.
The offensive critical evens it out to 4 to 4, making the game pretty even. No one has rolled grade 3 yet. Whose mans are these?
I think.
Who will
I think
cave
Dan
in and
rides
ride
grade 2
first?
here.
Oh
There we
no!
go.
Oh no!
And so it begins. The downfall.
You guys run grade 3s in your deck?
I think I play the 1-0.
I didn't.
Just as a tech.
I didn't know there were grade 3s in the game. I thought it stopped at grade 2. What?
I mean, I don't know.
Dude, I can't even count passes.
I play the 1.
Alright, so I'm going for a no pass here, so that way he doesn't luck me into a crit.
Oh, don't
Yeah,
worry about
you
it,
already
Bailey.
have
You
4
think
games
I
there.
can get triggers? I don't run triggers in my deck.
And I ride the Shiranui here, and I go for the stride. And I go into a stride whose name I totally know, but I don't need to say it because everyone else probably knows it, right? Yeah, anyways. I'm gonna
What do you
use-
mean nobody knows their names?
Someone knows their names.
I choose to dominate his front row rear guard and swing 13 at his Vanguard.
Spicy.
Also an SP. Let's take note of that.
Yeah, I had to dominate the
SPs
SP.
win games, remember.
And then I use my starter. Oh, so it goes up another +3, so it's gonna be 16.
Yeah, and we see him guard with the 5, and then he needs to guard with the 10.
Yeah, so we're like, oh yeah, it's 16.
Remember, Bailey, SPs win games. You gotta start on the catchphrases for the merchandising deals later on in the future.
True. So I use the grade 2 that allows me to bind a card, and I use the grade 1 that allows me to bind 2 face down, so that way I can net these cards either into my hand or into my soul with using the dominated attacks, which is why I'm calling out my board now.
Yep, and that column later in the game, that grade 1 boosted, or that grade 2 boosted by that grade 1 becomes a 31k when you use both of their skills.
And that's after he swings at my Vanguard with my entire board.
Yeah.
He still has yet to use his Vanguard skill to dominate another unit. Right now he is using the grade 3 that he just called to the rear guard.
I'm
circle.
trying not to give him too many resources to use against me, which is kind of counterintuitive against what my deck is supposed to be used for. Like I said, it's a really bad matchup.
Yeah, definitely for sure. I'm choosing to dominate your...
You're gonna dominate the grade 2 again.
I think, yeah,
it's
it's
more
powerful. Yeah. Yeah, I choose to dominate the grade 2 again, giving him another plus... No, he gets +3.
So it goes up to 19.
Yeah, so he's swing 19 at your Vanguard. Yeah, thanks.
I think right here is he thinks
thinks-
he can use his starter, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's still the main phase.
yeah, it's
I was trying to get around him, but it's still swinging in the main phase for whatever reason. It's really stupid.
Dan loves dominate.
I guess I can guard during the main phase too.
Okay.
I guess so, but I can't use my skill.
If you want to lose during the main phase, that's fine.
Alright, so now we're getting into it. We're getting jiggy with it.
Yeah, when that attacks, then the column on the right side gets to use all their skills, boosting it by another 15k, grabbing 1 card to Bailey's hand and 1 card to Bailey's soul.
And he chooses the guard with the Flogel.
Be ill, Flogel.
So he just guarded against his dominated attack too.
Yep.
So now you're.
Oh, so now Bailey gets to start attacking.
Now
Oh,
it's
now it's the
battle
battle
phase.
phase? Alright. Notice how I'm not using my starter. The only reason I wanted to use it at that point in the game was to try to get around his domination abilities.
Oh yeah, this is when I remember that the grade 2 is supposed to be retired. 'Cause I totally know
I was
how to-
just thinking that, yeah.
I was like, I totally know how to play this deck.
I mean, it's your card. You might as well do whatever you want with it,
Oh,
Bailey.
Bailey, haven't you had this deck for years?
Put it in your drop zone, Bailey.
Alright, so I'm swinging for big whammy, jammy numbers, and he gets.
Ooh, the heal trigger!
So it's putting him back to 4.
That
Pretty
was,
good. He can take another dominated attack while he's at 4.
that was a pretty disgusting turn by me, honestly. I was like, I kinda
Bailey, your
like it.
entire deck is disgusting. I despise you.
You just don't like it, okay?
This is a stupid matchup.
You're still sold!
Well, we just filmed it like, what, an hour ago?
Yeah, give or take, folks.
Oh, I go into my boy Halbwax. Ooh,
Wax.
Halbwax.
It is the ideal first stride in Altmile. Since it came out, even though it's only 1 cent on TCG Player right now.
Yeah,
Check it out.
1 cent triple. Buy them out while you still
Yeah,
can,
buy 'em
folks.
out, buy 'em out.
That's just what the Vanguard community does, right? Buys out cards and then tries to jack them up for insanely prices.
Unfortunately, he doesn't have too many resources he can play off from, but he calls the grade 2. That's basically the best he can do right now. The other first stride options for Altmile are pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah.
Unless he wants to G-Guard first and try to push for game using something that's more powerful.
Alright, I'm using Generation Guard here. Dan has 2 cards in his hand. I use the big G Guard, saying if my opponent does not discard a card from his hand, he gains a plus 20, or she gains plus 20k shield, and if he does, then it's just 15k shield.
Oh, better believe I'm dropping a card from my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually really, really smart here.
26 to 26, force him to drop more.
Alright, he discards 1 card from his hand, making it 26. I survey my hand, that's a 1 to pass, making it a clean 2 to pass right here.
Will I get it?
Oh,
Of course
the
not.
Clean, no triggers.
The clean, no triggers.
I'm pretty sure that's when you yelled, "Hello, YouTube!"
I did. That is the exact moment.
Okie dokie, so Dan.
So
using-
he could get a bunch of attacks here. 1 attack for each counterblast he has, because he can keep looping off those 2 cards you see on the field right now. And while Bailey's still at 4, though, it's kind of bad because of this. He gets a critical trigger and boosts his Vanguard to 16, nullifying the attacks he gets after this.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Anyone back at home, if you're having trouble dealing with like multi-attack decks, you always want to take the first damage first. So that way it kind of just like saves your hand if you get a trigger. Always take the first one first.
Or use Senzu Bean.
Listen, we're not talking about that game, okay?
So Dan's having a little bit of trouble here because this can't hit the Vanguard, but he decides to attack the Vanguard anyway to get its skill off.
So I'm just like, okay, I gotta read.
Gotta read.
Well, I can't read.
So all it does is it calls a grade 2 from his deck and it gives it plus 2,000 power.
Fun little factoid for you.
Back to the day.
Back to the day, call him the Hope Song Angel.
Yeah, Hope Song Angel gets him an additional unit with Brave from his deck, so he's gonna call a booster, which does let him attack the Vanguard. It's probably the best play he could have done here.
Yeah.
More importantly, I'm going for the Sonic Goal because Brave status is active. I'll get to countercharge 2 and draw 1 at the end of the turn.
Yeah, giving you
Sonic Goal's a great card.
some hand for the next turn coming up. I'm pretty sure I misplay next turn, if I do remember.
Keep watching for that, guys.
Yeah, keep watching for top 10 Connecticut player misplay.
Stay tuned. Let's just cut the video here.
Yep, here it is. I don't use Shiarnui's beginning of ride phase skill.
right,
I
right.
literally realized it as I use Mugen Lord, and I'm just like, fuck. I was like, what? Whatever.
It's really bad on the Mugen Lord turn too, because you can dominate anything.
Yeah, alright, so like, the way I looked at it, it wasn't super detrimental, so it just allowed me to give more power to my other rear guard, my own rear guards rather than just his.
But it does minus you 1 extra attack.
Yeah, well, you know what? Shut up, Quinn.
You know, Bailey, you should know how to use your own deck, alright?
Bailey, you've been playing this deck for years. What are you doing? Come on,
What do you
man.
mean?
You've got the auto win against my deck.
You should know this matchup, you've been playing this.
So yeah, totally. Okie dokie. I'm just kind of like calling out my board here.
Pretty simple stuff.
Yeah, this domination.
He calls a grade 3 behind his other grade 3 because you want something to rest, so it doesn't really matter. And his grade 3 swings for 21 anyways. And I can't remember. I think the last card in your hand is another grade 3. Do you remember?
I'm pretty sure. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, it is another good.
Well, you know, I've got some grade 3s in my hand.
So
yeah, off the drive checks.
I stand, dominate, and give 3 of my rear guards another plus 4,000. So I give all 3 of my standing rear guards.
Nice, just using skills.
Yeah, 2 skills.
Just like
Yeah,
that.
just go ahead and use the cards that you've turned against me, Bailey. Go ahead. I don't care. I don't even want them anymore. They're not even SP.
You don't know the new ruling on Dominate?
What's that?
If the Dominated unit hits and you win the game with it, you actually steal that card.
What?
Yeah. You can email Bushiroad about it. I asked them, they said you could do that. So.
Oh no!
Guess we're still just enjoying this game, and Bailey
Wait, I
won
won?
right there.
Wait, I won? I looked away for 3 seconds and I won!
Blink and you'll miss it.
Alright, so, disclaimer here. That wasn't Bailey's deck, surprise, surprise. That was actually our friend Mark's deck, same guy who did the Narukami profile.
Yeah, so I mean, if you guys want a deck profile of the Shiranui deck piloted by the best Shiranui player in the world,
We need this video to get to at least 2,000 likes for that
2
deck
million
profile, guys.
likes.
Hey,
2
or
billion.
Altmile.
Or, oh yeah,
That deck did not get the credit it deserved from that terrible matchup, okay?
well, alright, memes aside, thank you very much for watching, guys. If you like our content, be sure to subscribe and like the video. Comment down below to see what comment down below what you would like to see from our channel, and stay tuned for the next video.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Love you.
Deuces.